Well, a wedding can be overwhelming. Did you know the average couple spends 18 months and about $28,000 planning a wedding? These days, more and more couples are turning to wedding experts for help. Here with some tips is a wedding expert herself, Tamara Menges. So Tamara, I've got to ask, what exactly do? You do the design and the floral arrangements, is that correct?
Yes, I can actually walk a bride all the way through from the beginning to the end. I can help her design her stationery, her cakes, all of her floral, the room decor, all of that. I can help design, or I can just do her floral.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
I have been doing it about 3.5 years.
And how did you get started?
My mom was a professional florist, so I've always kind of grown up in the floral industry. And then once we moved to the Beaumont area, I was kind of pushed by a lot of friends to start my own business. And I've kind of just been self-taught.
And you've got a website, and some of the blogs and some of the people that have posted on here have said, I told Tamara that I had this idea that I wanted a fairy tale wedding, and you came up with the ideas from the beginning to the end, and this is something that you truly do.
Right. I do like a 8 to 12 page design board, and it's full of notes and pictures. I pull inspiration, and sometimes I can't find pictures of what I have in my head, so I kind of have to sketch them out or draw them out and try to explain the best of my ability to my client. And I just go from there, and they say they like it or not, and then we kind of tweak it along the way.
Now, what would you advise brides to be? What would you tell them is the best thing to do when they're talking to a wedding expert?
Just know their budget. That is the most important thing, and your date, and kind of the feel and concept. For me, for a designer, there's a big difference between a modern wedding and a vintage wedding. So just kind of identify your style. And when I first email a bride, I send a questionnaire, and it's all about it helps me identify what her style is by I ask if she likes Gap or Anthropologie. So that kind of tells me, it's questions like that, her style, what she wears on the weekends, what she goes on a date with her fiance with. So that kind of helps me figure out what it is that she likes and her overall look that she's going to want it for her big day.
Is it best if she brought pictures to you as well?
Yes, that is absolutely helps, because what may be vintage to me may be completely rustic or modern to her. So pictures are always very welcome.
And speaking of pictures, you brought some pictures as well, and kind of walk us through, what is this picture?
This picture is at Chateau Cocomar. It is a very elite venue in Houston, Texas. This was shot by Archetype Studio, one of my really good friends. It's a Houston photographer. And this was a styled photo shoot. So it is the table setting from a mock wedding, basically. And it was purely for inspiration.
Okay. And then we have another one here.
This is from a round top photo shoot, and it is shot by Krista Elise, and this was another styled photo shoot.
Okay. And then one more with the beautiful bride.
This is the same photo shoot from the first one at Chateau Cocomar, shot by Archetype, and this was the ceremony setting. We set the ceremony up in front of this amazing fireplace, and this is our bride that modeled for us.
Okay, and if folks want to get in touch with you, Tamara, because I know there are some brides out there, we are coming into wedding season, and lots of brides out there planning their wedding and coming down to the wire, last minute questions. How can folks get in touch with you?
They can email me at tamara@tamaramenges.com, and my website is tamaramenges.com.
Okay, easy enough. Tamara, as always, we appreciate you stopping by, and
so
hopefully
much.
we'll see you again. And as I understand it, you have set the world on fire, and we'll be seeing lots more of you.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Tamara.